Greetings, greetings, and greetings again, my beloved viewers. This is Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs and more in the research kitchen today with another gear rundown. What we're looking at today, guys, is a solid mahogany top ukulele by Aklot.com. This is a company that sells a lot of their instruments on Amazon.com. You can also find these on other Chinese websites and retailers. But I got this one on Amazon.com, and I will post a link in the description if you guys want to check this one out. Their motto is "Born for Music, Live for Music," and their website www.aklot.com. Taking a look at the box, it's pretty straightforward. There really isn't nothing much to show on the box. I think the meat and potatoes are going to be more interesting than anything else. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what you're getting with this. Now, this one is geared toward the starter musician, someone that maybe is just new to ukuleles. Maybe they played guitar in the past and they wanted to add a ukulele to their repertoire, or they just somebody that wants to start playing ukulele. This is going to have everything in it that you need to get started, along with a really nice quality ukulele that you can actually grow with from beginner stages on up. So let's take a look and see what comes inside here. All right, opening up the box, we can see that we've got some accessories. So they are including some kind of cool accessories with this unit. We're getting a cleaning cloth for the ukulele itself. And I think there's some other stuff on the bottom here. There is. We have a digital tuner that comes with, and this will include a 2032 lithium battery, so you don't have to worry about purchasing batteries. Two different types of picks here. You have the hard guitar style picks, as well as a soft Aklot branded felt pick, if you guys should choose to use a pick on this ukulele. We also have here a thank you for your purchase kind of service card, giving you information on how to contact Kmise directly, or actually Aklot directly. I did say Kmise because Kmise and Aklot are the same company pretty much. This is their other division, but Kmise is the parent company. It's going to give you information on how to contact them. There's a group on Facebook, that type of thing. If you have any issues, you can contact them directly. And just kind of a nice little card there with some QR codes that you can scan to access their website as well as their Facebook page. So kind of cool that they included that. You're getting this how to play ukulele quick start guide here, geared for the beginner, but it's also going to give you some information on the parts of the ukulele, that type of thing, and go through some easy chords to get you to understand how to read tablature perhaps, and then doing some really easy songs, and then chord fingering charts on here, the tablature. But kind of nice that they included that, and it's kind of nice and heavy stock. So we'll set that aside for now, and let's take this uke out of the box here. There's actually a couple more things I want to pull out and show you real quick. Let me go ahead and grab those. All right, guys, we're also going to get a replacement set of strings, and these aren't just cheap nylon strings. These are actually going to be Aquila strings. I believe these are the super Nile Guts, and they are, yep, super Nile Gut strings. Anybody that knows anything about ukuleles will tell you that Aquila strings are very highly regarded, made in Italy. Just very nice that they included a second set of those. Set that aside for now. We're also going to get a strap for the ukulele, guys. Now, this is nice. They're saying that this is a hook, one that actually attaches to the sound hole on the uke, but I did look at this earlier, and it appears to be one that will attach to strap buttons that are screwed into the actual ukulele body. So very, very nice on that, guys. It appears that this uke is going to have strap buttons installed on it. So we'll go ahead and set that aside and take a look at the bag that this comes with. Very nice appointments on this ukulele, nice accessories. Everything is kind of self-contained, so you don't have anything to buy when you purchase this uke. You're getting a really nice quality bag on this too, with a nice white piping around the stitching. Everything is double stitched on here as well, guys. We have 2 zipper pulls. We have backpack straps on the back here, if you guys can see that. All the piping is going to be on the back as well as on the front. Kind of a bit of a gripe. Some of the strings hanging off the stitch here, but I think for the money that you're spending on this, I can overlook that for the most part. But seriously, what would it have taken for them to clip those back a little bit farther? Basically nothing. So a decent amount of padding on this one, guys. It's not going to be anything that I would recommend keeping if you guys are tough on your instruments. You're not handling them yourselves. Maybe your child is handling your instrument and carrying it to and from a vehicle, or you're just throwing the thing around. I would probably opt to get a hard case at that point. But we are getting a little kind of storage pouch on the front here. You can put a spare set of strings in, your tuner, maybe some folded up sheet music, things of that nature. But we have a carry handle on here as well. And I did mention 2 zipper pulls on here. The zippers are nylon, kind of self-mending nylon zippers. Let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at the ukulele itself. And pull that out. Get this case out of the way here. So it does come wrapped in a nice foam kind of a cocoon here, so it kind of gives it a little bit more protection from its trip from China. We'll go ahead and take this elastic band off and take a look at the uke itself. Okay, guys, we can see a very beautiful looking ukulele here. Nice, kind of almost a brown, light to medium brown stain over the solid mahogany top. This is coming outfitted with super nail gut strings by Aquila again. We're dealing with really nice appointments on this one. We have a walnut bridge in the shape of a dove. You guys can see that there. We also have a walnut fingerboard on here as well, guys. Let's get this out of the way for real quick here. And feeling along the edges here, I can tell you that this does feel pretty good. There's a couple really little burrs on here, but it's nothing compared to some of the other ukuleles or instruments that I've seen coming out of China. So this is actually done pretty nicely. So nice black walnut fingerboard there. We do have fret markers at the 3, 4, 5th, 7th, and 10th marker at the 10th frets here. So we have fret markers, and also on the top here as well, guys, we do have the dot markers on there as well. So kind of nice that they did that. Nice on the body here as well, guys. We have a laser etched rosette around the sound hole there, and we have our Aklot sticker on the inside, and it's placed nice and straight. One of my gripes is getting these things and finding that the sticker was placed in there haphazardly. That just shows the rush job to me and no real attention to detail. This one looks pretty good. This is the model AKS21, and very nicely done on that. Has a nice sturdy solid feel. Doesn't feel like a toy at all. This is not a toy. This is a bona fide true musical instrument with really high attention to detail on this. If we look at the neck to body joint on here, guys, we can see no gaps. Looks like an ample amount of glue was used to fasten this on. I do see a little blemish up here on the neck. It looks like a little bit of a just a blemish in the wood, I think, probably in the finish job. And on this side too, guys, we can see that there is no gap between the heel of the neck here and the actual body itself. Looking at the back, we can see that same kind of matte finish, but kind of a low gloss look on there on the laminated mahogany back and laminated mahogany sides. The neck itself is going to be also mahogany, I believe, guys, and I'll correct that in the post-edit if I'm misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure this is a mahogany neck as well. But we have really nice grain going all the way through. We have our QC pass on here. Open gear tuners on this one, guys, with a really nice looking headstock. The headstock with the Aklot logo. The Aklot logo is actually laser etched and burned in. Then we have the dove. I believe that's going to be their kind of trademark. We're dealing with an oxbone nut here and an oxbone saddle on here. So all the appointments on this ukulele are done very, very nicely. It does have a really nice sound as well. So we're going to do a kind of a close-up look at this, and then I'm going to do a quick unprofessional, and I stress unprofessional sound test, and then that'll wrap it up for this one. But I think for the money spent on this, it's probably a good bet for a first uke. Now this is the soprano size, so it's going to be a 21-inch ukulele. They do also have a concert size, which is going to be 23 inches, as well as a tenor. And I'm not quite sure if they have a baritone, but the tenor is going to come in at 26 inches, and the baritone would be roughly 30 inches. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if Aklot does produce a baritone variant of this instrument, but very beautiful looking here, guys. You can see the wood grain on here looks really, really nice. Let's just pan around to the side here and take a look at the grain on here. And as mentioned before, we do have strap buttons, and I'll show you that right here on the neck heel and also on the bottom of the body right here. And everything looks to be nicely placed. I don't see any cause for concern for haphazardly put in, or no cracks or anything like that. So this does look nice. One thing I wanted to mention is the body to the top junction right here. We do have kind of a chamfered edge on here, or kind of a rounded over edge, which is going to be really nice and comfortable for playing this with your arm kind of, with the ukulele kind of cruxed in your arm. This is not going to dig into your flesh. Very comfortable to play and very beautiful to look at. All right, I wanted to show you the tuner on this real quick, guys. I'm going to be using this to tune it up, but it comes in this nice little box here. It looks like it's a standalone item as well. This is the model AKS21. It's going to come pretty much standard with a lot of ukuleles you buy in kit form, whether it be Aklot's or whatever other brand are going to use the basic same formula or same kind of casing for their tuner. So it's going to come with a little kind of clip on the bottom here. It's got rubber jaws in there, so it's not going to mar the headstock of your unit of your guitar or ukulele in this case. The back here is going to be the battery compartment, and as mentioned before, this does come with a 2032 lithium ion cell, so you don't have to worry about purchasing any batteries for this. This is just going to pop into place. It did come with a small screw that you can actually put in a little screw hole here to kind of hold the back in. I don't think there's any real need for that, but there's going to be a couple different functions on this thing, so it's not only going to be for ukulele, it's also for guitar, violin, I think cello as well, if I'm not mistaken. But you're going to have that option. It does come with a little owner's manual here to get things going for you if you guys don't know how to operate one of these. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I haven't checked the Chinese to English translation on here, but it looks like it's pretty decent from what I'm seeing right now. Pretty easy to use, and the back's going to be Chinese. The front is going to be English. So it might be wise to hang on to that for anybody out there that hasn't used one of these types of tuners before. So let me go ahead and get this thing tuned up, and we'll go from there, and we'll do the sound test, and that'll wrap this one up. Keep in mind, guys, when you first get this ukulele, when you first get any instrument that has nylon strings, these strings are going to take a while to stretch out and seat in there correctly. So you're going to be constantly tuning. Don't think that your ukulele is defective. It's going to be a while before your strings stretch out and are able to hold tune properly. So I'm hoping that this is going to stay in tune during this couple of chords that I'm going to be strumming here. Nothing fancy. I'm not a fancy guy yet. I'm working on it. I'm pretty passionate about learning as much as I can about this instrument, but it is really easy to play. So there's just a couple of quick chords. See y'all in the next one.